We are ready to start our first print without using the CFS first, because this printer you can either buy it with CFS or without CFS. So without CFS we get a PTFE tube, a spool holder. This is the guide for the filament. The tools I think is compulsory, don't know about that, but these are what you will need to print with without the CFS system. For the spool, this is the spool, so you insert it here, then twist until it comes to an end. Then there is somewhere here where you will screw in the guide. Here is the guide. It is shown to you where to put the spool. Here is the place above there. So let me put the spool there. Then I will insert the PTFE tube there and insert it on this end of the guide there. Let us insert our spool holder where I showed you earlier. So then clip it here nicely. Okay, so for the PTFE tubes there are 3 pieces. There is a shorter one, a longer one, and another shorter one. So let me use the shorter one first. I think this first shorter one will be enough. Okay, I had this filament which had remained for long. It's dusty. It's a black filament. So put the filament on the spool holder and let's begin. Okay, so the filament will run from there through the PTFE tube to here. So the best thing about this printer, unlike my Ender 3 V2 which I had before, is that it has a run out sensor. So check, when I push in the filament, you see a blue light. When I remove it, no blue light. Okay, so it has a filament run out sensor, and the best part, the filament run out sensor is located at the printing head, so you'll not have to waste a lot of filament. Okay, one more thing about this printer, it also has an RFID identification of spools. If I was using the original Creality, is this RFID which I would have scanned. It would have automatically known the color and what type of filament it is, whether it's PLA, PETG, ABS. So let us continue. Okay, so after inserting our filament, so you come here on the spool, then you edit. Because now it's not RFID scanned, you have to tell the printer what type it is. So it's a generic, it is PETG. Then color, it is a black one. Okay, so then okay, then you see it shows the filament spool color. Okay, I began with a model of a Bitcoin keychain. Here's the model. I used a black PETG. That is what I have in my store at the moment. It was just for testing without the CFS. The first layer did not come out well, as you can see, but then I started another model for the benchy. So as you can see, it's printing the benchy. So let's see for the benchy. Print complete. It took 53 minutes and used 11 grams of my PETG. There is the benchy. Let's review the benchy. Okay, let's review the benchy. Wow, these layers are smart layers. Smart. No layer shifts, no stringing, and you know this is PETG, and the PETG is prone to stringing. Wow, it looks very nice. Here's the benchy. This is the benchy. Check out the layers. They are very smooth and nice. No stringing, nothing. No layer shifts. The overhang here looks extremely wonderful. Look at the overhang. Overhang is extremely wonderful. First layer is fine. First layer is fine. Wow, I like it. Previously I showed you how to assemble a spool, and I ordered the full version, the combo version. As you can see, there is the CFS, the Creality CFS. That is, CFS stands for Creality Filament System. Okay, so let us first review the CFS like we did for the printer. So to open the CFS, there are these two closing brackets on each side, one and another one on this side. So you slide them back, slide this back, then you open. Inside we find these rubber rollers, the PTFE tubes where you insert your filaments. They are 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one can hold up to 4 filaments alone. Okay, the best thing about this CFS, I'll have to give Creality their flowers, is for this system. When you load a filament, this will push the filament onto these rollers so the filament doesn't slip. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. Here, inside here, there are desiccants where you have to remove them. Okay, let me do that. Okay, very nice. So let us see how they move. Okay, so you see it moves very nicely. So this is one spool, another spool, another spool, and another spool. During the connection of the CFS, there are some things you will need. These things come with the printer, you don't buy them. So what do you need? You need a filament buffer system. Here it is. It has a port here, somewhere to insert the PTFE tube there, somewhere else to insert another one. Okay, according to Creality, this buffer can support 4 CFSs. So this printer can use 16 colors if you buy 3 more of the CFSs. So each of the CFS you connect to each port. So we'll connect either of the ports, one of the ports to the output of the CFS, say here and here, then another CFS there and its own port, here the other CFS and its own port, like that. Okay, the cables which will connect to here, and here on the printer, there are 2 of them. There are 2 cables, longer one, this is the longer one, and the shorter one. So the shorter one will connect from the first port to the printer. The longer one will connect from the buffer system to the CFS. Okay, hope we are together up to there. Okay, the PTFE tubes, the printer comes with 3 of them. One is for using the spool direct, then 2 of them you will use them with the CFS. This is how you do it. So the shorter PTFE tube, which is this, will connect from the buffer, from the single port of the buffer system here to the nozzle. Then the longer one is the longer one. You will connect from one port of the buffer system to the port of the CFS, this port here. Then I know you're wondering, how do I attach this buffer system? So this double-sided tape will attach here and attach here on the printer, on the side of the printer. Okay, to be more clear, it is the side where the filament cutter system is. This is the filament cutter system here. So that is where you will attach your buffer system. The single port will go to the nozzle of the printer, and the other 4 ports will face downwards to the CFS system, where you can put up to 4 CFSs. Okay, so that's it for what you'll need. So let us now connect. First, attach the CFS. Everything is connected, so let us switch on our printer. Okay, let's switch our printer on. When we switch on, the CFS will blink the lights in sequence and show a screen which will show the degrees and the humidity. After booting, you see the lights have changed to white in sequence. So now let us load the filament and see what happens to the CFS. We'll start with the black one, the one we had. Must be on a budget here. The printer took all the money. So now let us load the CFS. It loads very well. So you unlock, is unlocked, de-unlocked, then open it. It takes filament by itself. Let's cut this off. So make sure it is moving nicely here. So insert. Okay, one thing, if I had the official Creality filament which have RFID cards, there is no need for me to input the colors on the printer. But since I was on a budget, I took the generic versions, not Creality ones, but they'll serve the function. Okay, I have only PETG filaments, as you can see, so I'll only load PETG filaments. So let us load and see. Before you load, you ensure it moves freely here. So this is how it goes. You put until it takes the filament by itself. Okay, just taken the first one. So the next PETG filament, different color. These are new ones, the ones I ordered with the printer. The generic versions. Okay, as usual, make sure it moves freely. Cut this end, then put it in and watch the magic. All these are new filaments, and these filaments you can get them on ensanelectronics.co.ke. Okay, after all that, then close your CFS to keep your filament out from moisture, right? Okay, so because now we have these are not RFID Creality, these are not RFID Creality filaments. We have to go to the printer to set their colors, so that when we print a model, it will know which color is where. The first filament was black, second was fluo green, the third was orange, and the fourth was gray. So you come to your spool, then CFS. So all CFS are loaded. So you come to the first one, the first 1A, press it and edit. So it was black, so it is a generic version. Then it is PETG, color is black. Then okay, yeah, okay. So we go to the second one, is a fluo green. Second one, edit, brand, the color is orange, so press edit, brand type is generic, so Creality, then it's PETG, then the color is orange, and the is orange, okay, so you set your, then the other one is gray, so edit, then brand type is generic, then PETG, then color is gray, yeah, then okay. So now we have black PETG, fluo green PETG, orange PETG, gray PETG. So now that is basically how you connect the whole system for printing. Okay, these are some of the prints that I did with the Creality HiCombo. Some are multicolor, some are single color. Okay, so we start reviewing this phone holder, which I use it to hold my Aneng 683 smart multimeter, which is a touch screen. I love touch objects. It's a touch screen though. Okay, time for the printer. I shall review this another day with request from the viewers. If you want me to review this smart multimeter, the Aneng 683, please request on the video below. So let us check. So this is how it holds. So you just put in what you want to hold, whether it's a phone or a multimeter, then screw in this big nut here. Okay, then you can adjust it behind like so. Is a gimbal like movement, which was also printed by this Creality HiCombo printer. So let us remove this. Next, you can see the quality, how good this was. See the quality. Let us check the quality of the threads of the nuts. I think they were very nice according to me. They are very good. And where it screws in also, it was very nice. See the finish, you can check on the finish. It is very smooth and slippery. There is no layer shifts. There is nothing that looks awkward. Actually, it looks like a commercial product. I think I should sell this one. Please inbox your price below. Maybe I can sell it to you. Okay, you see how good it is. So you can unfold it like so, and you see how good the roughness was put in, was fine. Okay, you can fold it like so. If you have vlogger, then you can use it like so, or simply mount this long stand here. Let me show you how you mount it. You unscrew here, just check the threads, how they came out fine. And these other threads came out fine. Okay, and if you have vlogger, this one can serve you better. So this one can serve you very well. You remove this, take this, put this in here. You see how good the threads are. You see? Okay, so you put it in, screw. Okay, then and simply you can begin your vlogs from there. So if you have vlogger, this one is for you. If you are done with vlogging, then you can put it down there like so. It is a nice one. Yeah, I like it. Okay, next we have reviewed this one, the phone stand. Next is the Creality toolbox. This toolbox, Creality toolbox, I printed it. I found a model on the Creality cloud. So this is for putting the tools which came with the printer. So this one is to unscrew the nozzle, this tool, so you mount it there. Then we have the pliers cutters, then we have the silicone brush to wipe the nozzle, which Creality puts it as a bonus. The metal grease, yeah, and that's basically it. So that's a small toolbox which was printed by the Creality Hi. It is a multicolor since I inserted the Creality logo. You see there, it came out nicely. Okay, next is my lab has been missing something to cut some wires. So, and there are a lot of scalpels in the chemist, so I had just to print a holder, which to me looks nice and presentable for an electronics lab. Comment down below how it looks. Yeah. Next is this, a friend of mine told me to print his keychain for his motorbike. That is it. Yeah, is a multicolor, white, green, red and black. Okay, and Bitcoin keychain, there you go. Look at the finishes, how good they are, the layers well stacked together. And another one, my own keychain, deciding to print it. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So that's basically it about what I did with the printer, multicolor and a single color, and overall everything is super. I can't complain unless it changes on the way. While printing in multicolor, this is what you expect. There will be a lot of purged poop from the purge place here, so it will purge a lot of poop depending on the print. Okay, so for the bed, I think I showed you that it is a smooth epoxy PI bed, which is 260 by 260. Yeah, so removing of prints here is it is double-sided. Removing of prints here is it's very nice. Actually, they come out very smooth. Okay, so let us now review the printer. The printer, as you can see, it has a scan RFID here to scan for the spool, which will put above here, and comes with a direct drive nozzle. The PTFE tube doesn't have to go into the nozzle, rather the nozzle comes above to the PTFE tube, which is very nice. Okay, so on the side here there is a filament cutter. I show you how it does that when it is printing. So when it changes the color, it comes here on this knob, cuts the filament, cuts it, then goes back to the purge bin. In case there were some leftovers, goes back there, retracts the filament to the CFS, then loads the next filament, purges the excess which was in the direct drive system, then continues with the print. This is how it does the filament change. Comes to the cutter, cuts the filament, moves to the purge bin, purges, then it retracts the filament it was using. So it was using green filament, that is it being retracted. This green filament here is being retracted. Then it puts in the black filament, okay, then it purges that green filament which it was using with the black one. So let's check. You'll see some purge here, some poop. So here it is, the green one here. So it purges again until it is black. You see, it started changing color. Then there's a purge tower there. It goes to the purge tower, then proceeds proceeds with the print. As you can see, for the printer, it has a 3.2-inch touch screen, which is not resistive, it is capacitive. Okay, and it can be folded this way or outwards and adjusted accordingly. There are modes which you can load the prints on the printer. Number one, you can use a USB or a memory card, then attach to the USB holder. Number two mode, you can direct. Number two mode, you can direct send the prints via Wi-Fi to the printer, which I guess that is the only thing I've done for all the prints that I've done with the print since it came. I have not used any USB. I find that very awkward. Okay, so I enjoy the sending of the prints over the ear through the Wi-Fi. Okay, for the speed, the printer has a very nice speed according to me, since I was a user of the Ender 3 V2, so you can imagine Ender 3 V2 how slow it was printing. Then I come here and find that I can even use 300 millimeters per second for best quality, like we have seen with these prints. These actually were printed in 250 millimeters per second speed. Okay, and I haven't seen any problem with prints, actually nothing. Then the other thing is quality. This thing brings nice qualities, right? You can even tell from what you can see. Number three, I enjoy the CFS, the color changing, yeah, where I got this CFS with the printer. Then I can attach 4 more on the buffer system, so that is an additional 4 more here. I can attach 4 more CFSs for 16 color printing. Number 3 is a bed addition. These are the advantages of the printer, bed addition. The addition is quite nice. I cannot complain at all. I haven't had any print pop out. Okay. Then the other thing is remote monitoring of the prints. I can remote monitor either on my PC or on my phone to see what it's doing via a camera which is located right here. Is a camera right here. Okay. The build quality of the printer is nice since it is aluminum all through. The only plastic thing on this printer is this part here up. Actually, I haven't seen any other thing which is plastic apart from some maybe a camera holder, the purge bin, and this compartment here which connects cameras and the hot end. And it is rigid and nice and steady. Actually, it looks, the quality is, build quality is fine. Another thing I enjoyed about the printer is the fact that the packaging was nice, considering that the shippers of these items, they don't care whether your print, they don't care whatever comes in the box. So I think it was thrown away because the holders on the box were missing, but overall the printer was fine. I didn't see any dent, neither did something refuse to work accordingly. Assembling of the printer, it comes 95% assembled. So what I had to do only is just to put in the Z gantry, this one, That is the only thing I had to do. And start the printer, then proceed with the printing. There was nothing else above that. The next thing is that the printer, while it's not printing, it is dead silent. Okay, I have to prove that to you. So this is, let us turn it on. As you can see, it is on. The CFS also is on. As you have heard, let me take my microphone here. I guess other models of Creality, when you just turn on the printer, the fans kicked in immediately. This one has no sound at all, and it's not printing. There is zero sound. So next, the best thing is that having coming from Ender 3 V2, you know what we were doing with the bed. We want to manually level it with some screws under here. So for this, it's automatic, and I cannot remember anything I have had to do manually. Actually, there are no screws. You can check under here. There are no screws. No screws under here. Okay. The next thing is that when I have Creality filaments, I will not, Creality RFID filaments, that is, I will not have to come and put the color manually. Immediately I load the spool here, it automatically knows the color and the type and the temperature that spool should be used with. That is another plus. So for the disadvantages, I don't think there is something that doesn't have disadvantages. For the disadvantages is this one. On the CFS system, the CFS, you are even cautioned. There is a caution here. You cannot load TPU, PVA, BVOH filaments. Those types of filament cannot work on the CFS unless you load them on the spool. The other thing is that the other disadvantage about this whole printer is that it doesn't have drying, filament drying. For this whole box, there is no filament drying. I think that is something Creality should consider, maybe filament drying on this CFS. Then another thing I noticed, and I think maybe this is a software part, when you calibrate the printer, then start the print without recalibrating again. This is what I mean. When the print starts, you will first when the printer was starting, when I was you can watch my previous video. When the printer was being set up, I calibrated it and everything was nice. So I wished that that calibration was just once, then I went on to print, but that proved not quite correct, because when I start a print without having done that calibration, that immediate calibration with the print, it comes out with a very messy fast. I can show you some examples. For this is this blocker for the poop, so that the poop doesn't spill all through. For this, you see, I didn't calibrate when the print was starting. I never calibrated. You see how messy the first layer came out. You see how messy the first layer came out when I didn't calibrate the print while starting it. And this other one too. I never calibrated while starting this print, this specific print, and also this specific print. And you see how messy they came out being. See, for those that I started while calibrating, for this print I don't see anything bad with it, but first I calibrated the bed while starting this print. This is the same thing as this, only that this is single color, this is multicolor. This is the same print, but now check the first layer of this. I never calibrated while starting this print, but I calibrated while starting this print. It came out nicely. Okay, let us compare these two patch blockers. For this print, you see how smooth it is. So first I calibrated the bed before starting this print, and it came out smooth. And no calibration while starting this print. You see how easy it was. That is another disadvantage. You have to wait either 5 to 10 minutes more longer to start your print, so that it can first calibrate again, so that you can have a nice fast layer. And that's basically it about Creality HiCombo. I'm enjoying, and in the near future I'll give you how I'm going on with the printer. I like it. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's meet on the next video while I show you an amazing project ideas.